bit of a different start to our power flush video today. We're actually in Hale in Altrincham. We're just setting up now. We're going in through the pump housing, but we've actually noticed the pump is very rusty. It's a little bit stiff as well. I think the customer, in all honesty, has had his money's worth out of this pump. He could really do putting a new one on, upgrading it. So I'll have a word with the customer later, but just thought we'd show you this. Okay, we're going to get back on the job and we'll get back to you later. Thanks. Hi Barry, here's Pro-powerflushing. Just back to this job in Hale near Altrincham, Cheshire. As you can see, the water is really rusty. It's a very rusty system, this. Sometimes they're black and sludgy, sometimes they're rusty, but this system has obviously just got a lot of corrosion going on inside the system. We saw the pump before. You can see it's all brown and rusty, so you know that's what's going on. We've got the hook, the magnet hooked up there just to catch some of this rust. We'll take a look at that later. We'll just quickly explain what a power flush is, if for those of you who don't know. It's just a means of flushing through all your central heating, your pipes, your boiler, your radiators, etc. Just getting all that rust and corrosion out of your system. If you're a British Gas customer or you know, a home serve customer, any other utility company customer, price wise we're up to 50% cheaper than British Gas. We're actually here all day power flushing your system. We use the best chemicals. I'll just show you. We use the best Camco chemicals. We don't use any cheap chemicals. We use the best Sentinel X100 inhibitors for our power flushing. You get the best possible treatment. We've got the best equipment on the job. So there you are. So you know, it's all pH and TDS certificated to BS standard. So you know, it's all okay with your utility company. You know, as long as they know it's been power flushed properly, which it is. They're okay with it. For power flushing, we actually believe we're one of the best in the country. We've done a lot of systems, come across a lot of you know, different situations, problems as well, but we usually get around them. And the central heating system, you know, it's obviously left nice and clean, fresh, inhibited. You're going to be able to turn your boiler down. You're going to get more heat out of your radiators by the time we're finished. And you know, you're going to save some money on your fuel, because you know, gas energy prices are so dear now. You'll be able to turn your boiler down and still get a nice bit of heat out of your system. Okay, so we'll probably show you a few examples later of some corrosion in some pipes. I think we've got some in the van, just to let you know what we're dealing with. But for now, we're just going to get on with this job and we'll get back to you later. Thanks. Hi Barry, here's Pro-powerflushing. Okay, what we're also going to do today for this customer is put a brand new pump head on. There it is there, there's the new one. It's the old one, proper rusty and ropey and a little bit stiff as well. Okay, and we're going to shortly take a look at the magnet. We'll get back to you shortly. Okay. Okay Barry, here's Pro-powerflushing. Okay, just back to this job. Still very rusty. We're going to take a look at the magnet. We'll just put it on bypass, see what's coming out of the system. Yeah, they are. Wow, that's a really heavy system. And can you see the bits of metal and corrosion and rust in there? And that's all coming out of the central heating system. That's what destroys pumps, valves, clogs your radiators up, clogs your pipe up, especially 10mm microbore, clogs them up. Sometimes goes solid as well, especially in plastic 10mm microbore pipe work. So really that's what power flushing is all about. If you don't know what it's about, just take a look at that and you'll see it makes sense. We're just going to quickly mention as well, if you're having a new boiler fitted, make sure it's power flushed properly. Okay, we know a lot of heating engineers, they'll come and give you a good quote, you know, a competitive quote for a new boiler, but they won't flush it out properly. We're not talking about all central heating engineers. But we know a lot of them just really don't bother to flush it. They may run a little bit of water and chemical through and think it's okay, but really and truthfully it's not. You know, this pump's actually got the power and the chemicals to get into your system and get it clean. There's really no point in you spending a few £1,000s on a new boiler without spending a little bit of money to get it power flushed. It just doesn't make sense. You know, I liken it to putting your old oil you know, in your new car, you just wouldn't do it. Or change it, you know, putting a new engine and putting your old oil back into your new engine. It just doesn't make sense. And by the same token as well, if you've had a new boiler fitted and you don't think it's been power flushed properly, just give me a call. It's never too late to have a power flush. Seriously, if you had a new boiler fitted last year or a few years ago, and you're concerned that it's not been power flushed properly, just give me a call. You know, I'll give you a good example. My own boiler, Bax's Potters and Main, we put it in 7 years ago. We obviously power flushed the system. We picked up on the old radiator circuit, power flushed it properly, all day power flushing it. We are actually there all day, and in 7 years I've had no problems whatsoever. And I know that's just because the system is really nice and clean. It's fully inhibited with Sentinel X100 inhibitor, and it's, you know, that's why I've had no problems, because it's a clean system. Okay, and also by the same token, you know, you may be getting you may think you need a new boiler because your boiler is you know, sort of packing in, it's running slow. You know, it may just need a really good power flush. It may need a power flush, a new pump on it. You know, you wouldn't believe it. You know, we sometimes go to systems that have just completely ground to a halt, you know, and we power flush it. We'll put a new pump in sometimes, and you know, everything's up and running nice. We're not talking about all systems, of course, but you know, a lot of them really do need a power flush. Your system needs a power flush at least once in its life if it's never been power flushed. Okay, it just makes sense. Alright then, we're just going to get on with the job and we'll get back to you later. Okay, Barry Ayres, Pro Power Flushing. We'll mention the areas we cover as well. We basically cover the whole of the northwest. We're based in Stockport, Manchester, but we travel all over the northwest really, within a 60-70 mile radius. We were in Preston the other day, Chester, you know, out towards Leeds, Blackpool, Southport, Hoylake. We get around. We do a lot in Bury, Oldham, Bolton. Was in Radcliffe the other day. So yeah, just give me a call with your area. Stafford, we're in Stafford on Friday, I think. Just give me a call with your area. I'm sure we'll be able to sort you out. Okay, we'll just get on with the job and we'll get back to you later. Thanks. Hi, Barry Ayres, Pro Power Flushing. We'll quickly talk about the systems we do as well. This is just a household system today. It's a large system though. We've got 20 radiators in this system, so it's quite a big system, open vented system. Okay, obviously we do other systems as well, combination boilers, sealed systems, etc. We also do commercial power flushing. We've done quite a big commercial power flush between Christmas and the New Year. That was a 37 radiator system. You know, cast iron radiators, and you know, all sorts of things like that. We've done a big system in Huddersfield, in Slavewater factory. So as well as household power flushing, we do commercial power flushing also. Okay, we're just going to get on with the job and we'll get back to you later. Thanks. Barry Ayres, Pro Power Flushing. Okay, that's what's come out the header tank, all that rust and corrosion you can see in there. Water still rusty. We've got the chemical flowing through there, still doing its thing. We'll go and try and find a few examples of you know, bad central heating systems if I can find them in the van, and we'll show you. We'll get back to you shortly. Okay, thanks. Hi, Barry Ayres, Pro Power Flushing. Just back to this job in Hale, near Altrincham. Okay, these are a couple of examples of some pipework I've had to remove, not from this particular system, but from some systems in the past, because there was just so badly blocked up with rust and metal. If you can see, that's completely blocked up. It's solid. It's gone solid. Even power flushing won't shift that. So we had to actually cut these pieces out. Usually power flushing does open up a hole and start exploiting the hole, but these pipes were just too badly blocked. So there's a good example of you know, the need to get your system power flushed, because this will happen in time if your system has not been power flushed. Okay, so we just thought we'd show you that. We're going to get back on with the job and we'll get back to you later. Okay, thanks. Hi, Barry Ayres, Pro Power Flushing. Okay, we're just going to take, before we go any further, we're going to take another look at the magnet, because we know this system is fairly heavy. Okay, we've just put it on bypass now, so we'll just get it out, take a look, see what's coming out of the system. Oh yeah, look at that. Wow. That is a really sludged up system. Open vented, a lot of corrosion going on in this system. So, you know, this power flushing is dragging it all out. You can see how thick that is on there. It's really heavy. And at the end of the day, that's what's blocking the pipe works and the radiators up and the boiler. And, you know, that is actually what has destroyed the pump in this system also. Okay, so we just thought we'd show you that. That's what power flushing is all about, removing all this and getting it all nice and clean so your central heating system works much better. Okay, we'll just get back on with the job. We'll get back to you later. Thanks. Hi Gary, okay, the water is getting much clearer now. We want to get it clearer than that though. The pH and TDS levels are coming down. We've just taken them. We've still got you know, some more work to do, some more rinsing to do, and then we'll put it all back together, add the inhibitor, fire it up, and see how we've done. Okay, we'll get back to you later. Thanks. Okay, barriers, Pro-powerflushing. We're about to add the inhibitor now. It's all nice and clean. We're going to put 2 lots in because customer's got 20 radiators. Okay, just going to pour it in the header tank. Okay. Okay, Sentinel X100, that's a really good inhibitor, needs added every year on an open vented system. Okay, we'll just get back to you later, thanks. Hi Barry, it's Pro-powerflushing. Okay, that's his power flush done now. We haven't long turned the boiler on. These radiators at the top of the building in the attic, loft conversion. These weren't getting hot at all before, but now we're into triple figures and we haven't had the boiler on for very long. So the job's a success. We've got a good flow around the system. A lot of radiators in here, but they're all getting some heat now, and there wasn't before, so everything's okay. So if you need any power flush done in the northwest, this is in Hale in Altrincham today. Just give me a call. Telephone number 07836 353 985. Okay, thanks. Bye.